Right folks, well, got the Omega loaded up and I've just picked the trailer up down in Bathgate, courtesy of Stevie again. Big help, just done a light check, put the number plate on it. Gonna go up the road and do the tyre pressures in the Omega. And as soon as Kenzo's finished his work, we're gonna get on the road. And since you last saw the trailer in France, it's had a full set of markers replaced on it, so it's had a bit of maintenance. It's all fully illuminated, which is good. Happy about that. Had to put some air in the tyres, make sure they're all okay. Because this here is the engine out the rusty scrap Cavalier. And I think I'm going to need this back mount off it, because that's been sheared clean off mine. Probably the drive shaft, and who knows what else. Maybe even the gearbox. But the subframe has been absolutely mashed in there. So we'll just have to see if we can get in about it. I've got a 13-inch wheel to put in the car if necessary to try and just to get it to move. I've just nipped down to the garage and picked up this little Continental tyre inflator because my regular one is in the back of the Cavalier. Just making sure we've got the correct pressures, which are 42 and 36 for running fully loaded. So we'll get these set correctly and then get back to the house. I have also picked up a large pry bar and a big hammer to go with the rest of the kit. So we're about as well prepared as we can be, I think. I'm back at the house, just waiting for Kenzo now. Omega is loaded up, we've got the road angel in. Got the coffee made. The boot's fully loaded up with everything. Oh, here he is now. Hello. We are ready to go. Car's all loaded up. We've got everything in the boot. Big pry bar, big trolley jack, battery grinder, 13-inch wheel off a Corsa, all the ratchet straps. Most of the tools, not all the tools, because some of them are in the Cavalier. Let's go.
Go for a walk through the African bush for one night and see how well that does.
What are you talking about, man? I was thinking you could have zagged and you run into a bear and you're fucking dead.
100%.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. They eat yoga instructors too. Like this idea that you're gonna I send out a message of peace.
We've become so jaded in the sense of like nature is in harmony and balance. There's like this Western idea.
Traffic's like this all the way down the road. We'll go around, a little bit of blue sky now. Any activity in BTIC? Nope, that's all shut. That's pretty good going, 2.5 hours. First stop, Killington Lake. Round about just less than halfway there. See what the parking situation is like in here. They don't like to light it up at all. The lorries like to sit in a funny spot there. There's like a double set of spaces here, so I am going to do how hanging out am I? I shall go and check. The That's us on the M42. We're making good time. We'll probably have got to Warwick well within 6 hours. We've got 20 miles to go. Didn't bother using the M6 toll because it's expensive with a trailer. But Omega's running spot on. Traffic hasn't been bad. Haven't hit any large metal objects yet, but you know. I did pay for a full week's parking until Friday night, and it's only Thursday, so hopefully the car's going to be okay. You're a little bit nervous that, you know, it's not been vandalised or broken into, or the police have lifted it or anything, because it's been sitting in a hotel car park. But I left a note on it with a phone number explaining the situation, so hopefully it'll all be alright. I'm just glad that it's been a clear run down. Yeah, 8 miles until we're off the M42, which means that I managed, well, by the time you get to where I think I managed less than 10 miles on the M40 before I had the accident, so don't know if I'll be able to identify where it was, because it's all just dark and looks the same. I don't remember the matchstick number, but yeah, we'll see. We'll be there in about 20 minutes. Just looking out on the opposite side carriageway, this is the M42 here. And that traffic stretches back for miles and miles, hundreds and hundreds of trucks. Now, I was wanting to turn around and come back this way. Obviously I'm not going to, because this is like way south of the toll road, and I would take the toll road if it meant it would get me out of something like that. Because that's shagged like, that's that for the night, look at it.
It's choker.
Right, alternatives. Have to maybe head up towards Stoke, I guess, or even A1M, I don't know. I'll work that out once I've got the car loaded, but that is a disaster.
It's serious.
Look at all the lorries.
Hundreds of them.
That's us on the M40, and we've only got 9 miles to go to get to the hotel where the car is. So obviously wasn't on the road for very long, and you can see how dark this is here. So
you can't see far in front of us.
No, you can't see far in front of you. Like, if there's a bit of metal debris in the road, you've not got a lot of chance. Considering the Cavalier headlights aren't as good as the Omegas either. We passed the junction for Henley. Yeah, I reckon we're probably about 3-4 miles will be at the point where I scudded something. Not that there will be any evidence of it.
This hard shoulder.
The hard shoulder over there, but there was like fields and everything at the side. It wasn't like trees like that, it was an open field, like a farmer's muddy field. 167 point. I remember telling him the matchstick marker post number, and I can't remember what it was though. I wasn't really thinking to record content at the time, because you don't in a situation like that. 166.7. What was it?
What was?
I don't know, I can't remember the number. Oh, that's us off the M40. 0.3 of a mile to go. Come on.
Safety camera van.
It's still there. Wait.
There she is.
It's still there, and it looks like it's still intact. So that's good. Has anybody been mucking about with it? I don't know.
Nah, I don't give these people.
We shall go and see. We shall just go and park over by it now and see what we need to do.
Investigation.
Jacket's on crawler.
It's quite cold to get with actually. I would advise.
Yeah, that door's shoved out.
Right, I say.
Literally the whole door's been shoved out, right? You know, tools and things. Still fires up though. Still fires up. Right, plan is get it jacked up, see what we need to do to get it to move and get it on the trailer. Get out of here. Cut this wheel off for now. It's absolute carnage in there. You look in there, look at the bend, what it's done up in there. It's completely demolished the inner wing of the car, and the subframe's got a big kinked piece in it. Whatever that's hit, I mean, look at how bashed up that is.
Some substantial anyway.
Ah, this has been a hell of a thing. Basically all we can really do is get the smallest possible wheel on it to get it to roll. The drive shaft's out it anyway, so we won't have enough space because the wheel's pushed back. So what I'm going to do is whip the caliper off and put the Corsa wheel on it. That is the solution. So what I'm doing due to all the damage is I'm just taking the caliper right off. I'm going to shove it, dig it off, shove it out the way. So I'm just going to get the new battery ratchet in and things. Right, that's that one out. That bolt is pretty mangled though. It's not very nice. And that's that one off. What I'll do is I'll go and clamp the hose off so we don't lose all the fluid and make a mess everywhere, and take the caliper off. Then we should be able to get that Corsa wheel on, and hopefully that will give us enough room that it will push. Please, for goodness sakes, give me enough space to turn the car. I think it's going to do it.
Where's the moon?
Hey?
There's the moon that's on there.
Yay, okay, right. Before it comes down, I just want a little look underneath it, see how much, what else I can see. It just gets worse the more you look. It's all bent in on the cross member there. The gearbox is cracked in two places, the subframe's been completely bent up.
Oh,
look at that, look at the cross member.
wow.
It's been insane, that. Bloody hell. The more you look at it, the less good it is. Keep going. Be a wee back if you can. A couple bits of wood. Might need a couple bits of wood. I went back out there now, I've got some woodways there. Okay, Sophie down at the front. Take these down, and out a wee bit and shove it back. Oh dear. Right. Try it again. Might be. Boom! We are attached. That took a bit of manpower. Get the handbrake on nice and tight and I'll go and get it strapped up. Glad I brought those bits of wood because it was too low at the front and what's happened to it. Woo! Hey! Well, that's it folks. We're on and loaded and good to go. One Cavalier on the recovery truck back to West Calder. Because the M42's wrecked, it's taken us on a diversion. We're going through some rather posh bit of the suburbs of Birmingham. What are you fucking standing there for? Watched him go across the fucking road.
It was beery to start reasonable.
I should have just fucking went. Are you crossing or not? Well, the sat-nav diverted us round, took us away from the M40, we didn't use it at all and came on in the M42. I think there might have been an accident here earlier or something. There's guys in the barrier there mucking about. Oh no, there's no accident, they're mucking about with data cables. Usual nonsense. Yeah, they're just causing carnage on the roads as usual. There we go, another road closure, 15 to 16 on the M6 is closed. They can't help themselves every single night. So I've got to go in Bestoke.
Nightmare.
There are worse diversions. If you have to go through Stafford, that is a nightmare.
Right.
This is just annoying. No need for it, they do it all the time. It's been going on for years. Just shut the M6 every night.
Is it daily working or is...
Aye, fannying about.
Right.
Once they do these smart motorway sections, they're never away from mucking about with electrics in them and stuff. They shut the motorway, even when they're finished working on them, they shut the things all the time. Imagine how annoying this is when you're in a lorry.
That would be it.
This better be the only road closure on the way up. Well, we've already had. No, that was just road, that was the lane closure. Put it down from like 4 lanes to 1, it's got a lot of congestion. Now we've just got a good old fashioned full road closure. Spoke too soon, we've got our second road closure, M6 closed, 23 to 26. So we're going to come off at 21A, M62 up, ultimately onto the M61, Bolton, and then come on at Preston. They're not making it easy for us. Back in Scotland, 4 AM on the dot. Hasn't been too bad a run, like, apart from the road closures. We're getting there.
Yeah, he did the odd song for big time.
Nearly on the final bit.
Shaq Khan, Michael McDonald, Manhattan Transfer. Few like that. Kept a hand in.
Off the motorway at junction 13 as usual. It's -5 now. How lovely. Hope I don't meet an enormous load of snow like I did 1 month ago when I brought the black Cavalier home. To be honest with you, I feel more tired today than I did then. And that was doing like quadruple the miles. Right, we'll be home in about 35 minutes. We're just rolling back into West Calder. I'm just going to go and drop Kenzo off, and we've had more snow here. The roads are pretty slippery. Interesting. That probably means that this is going to end up stuck and abandoned in my street again with a Cavalier in the trailer. Oh well. Anyway, that's us rolled in 14.5 hours, so not too bad at all, really. Like, not bad effort. Not bad, not bad. Well folks, it's time to take the Cavalier on its final journey to the garage to get stripped for spares. You did well, old son, you really took a hit for me. Oh, we've got the car back to the unit, and as we can see under here, it is absolute carnage. I think it's a metal post that I've hit, and it's completely bent the subframe up, cracked the gearbox, sheared the rear engine mount off. I've already pulled the drive shaft out of it, but you can see the force, how much it's bent the wishbone. It's actually bent the other side as well. It's hit the exhaust manifold. So we're now in the process of stripping it all down. If you look in here, look at the bashed section there of the inner arch. It's kinked the strut top in as well. This car's taken one hell of a hit. Now, I had a conversation with Highways England earlier on, and they are going to look and see what it is I've potentially hit. I think it was a metal beam of some sort which was lying beside the car, but I was so confused, couldn't really process what had happened at the time, that I didn't think that's what had happened. But it will still be lying there with any luck. Hopefully they find it, maybe we can identify it. But all we've got to do now is strip the car down. This time last week it had got a fresh MOT on it, and it was all pretty much ready to go to England. Aye, it doesn't like having a cold battery, the old GoPro. Play water.
Just leave it on there, you take.
Aye. Mind you can get yourself out of there. Can you back yourself right in the corner?
I'll take one.
Now spin it round, so it's like sideways, so it sits between the legs.
Well, you could have left on the legs. Sit on the
There you
legs.
go. Oh well, I suppose.
There you go.
That's all right. There we go.
Lovely juice.
Boom. And it's out. Well, there's the engine out the car. Gearbox is junk, gets smashed, but I've got another one. So we'll get that black Cavalier down shortly, get the Ecotech running, and then remove it and fit this instead. Oh well, the engine's out. Haven't finished stripping it yet. Still got the servo and the brake pipes and various other bits all in the interior, but there you go. We're getting towards the end of an era.